come here to claim fire, to hold it in my hands and show it to the world. I'm still not sure what to do with it, but I am sure something must be done. So many great flames have burned out, left this world as embers. I'm sure what to do with them. So they do nothing. So human. I do not want to see myself as anything less than a god. This too, so human. Nothing is good enough. I am so certain I make the right choices. Certain that there are such things as right choices. I put myself on pedestals like a statue of a Greek god. Look, world! Look at me! Listen to my stories! Mine, like mine are special or important or interesting. The God complex. Sign of being a good American man. Tangent. I'm sorry. That was a tangent. I'm finally trying to speak in my own voice, not just channeling interest through another story. But I'm actually speaking as me, and I cannot hold a cohesive sentence for more than a few seconds. Here I am, so human, so needy to tear down gods, to claim that I am a god and that I am horribly flawed in the same sentence, and to say that that is great and that is terrible at the same time. This is the part of the show where I fail, where I'm not so ready. I wrote the rest of the script, for the most part, in 1 week. I'd been trying to write, to finally get this last monologue right. Been at least a month and a half now. I wake up. I feel the script pecking at me, going for my gut saying, what do you got there? What do you got? Give us something or finish me, finish me, finish me, finish me. Show us what you got. Give us something, 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 something. That is not good enough. That is not good enough. How have you not completed me? You suck. Finish writing this play already, Jason. See, my theater advisor, one of the titans in my life, she's looking at my script, which looked a lot like this, and she says, you know, and these are her words, I am not this cocky, at least I'd like to believe so. She says, you know, you have a potentially amazing show on your hands, and mind you, just a week before we met, I thought I was ready to quit. Just scrap this whole idea of a one-man show after spending a year working on a script about monsters that was going, well, about as far as Prometheus could go until Heracles finally freed him. And then the spark. Well, putting another idea in my document called Ideas for Future Projects, I see staring at me one of my ideas for future projects. This one is called Prometheus, a modern adaptation of Prometheus' story. Of course, the real Prometheus would not stand for being called Bro, but there it is. There is my story. Bullet points, ideas, topics, some of the ones you have seen tonight, and a bunch more. He steps out of my computer. He looks me dead in the eyes and says, start over. You already have what you want. The point of creation is to give it to everyone else. So he reaches his hand out to me. I do not see he is holding fire. In 1 week, Prometheus, the script, bursts out of me. Boom! I am jotting notes on anything I can in classes where I should be paying attention, writing them on napkins, used tissues, foreheadless motion, whatever I can find that is not running away. And I have all these ideas coming out of me, like an eruption of ideas, or something that would come out of me. I'm gonna stop there. This is a family show. But, so I'm thinking. Prometheus. What would he have to say to his brother Atlas, who endured equal pain? What would he have to say to Icarus, not a god, but a human? A human who did, who flew higher than a god, who did the one thing a god couldn't. He became fire. He became what Prometheus could only give. A human did that. Not a god! And then I'm thinking, what would he have to say to Chiron? Chiron, the immortal head of the centaurs who gave up his life so that Prometheus could keep his immortality. What would Prometheus have to say if he was a politician? Oh God. If he was a musician, Prometheus the... Breathe. So in this week, the script burst out of me like that goddess who burst from Zeus's skull or testes, depending on translation. Not a joke, mythology's weird. And my advisor, she says, you've got to let yourself fail. And I know this, I think. The actor, artist, whatever you want to call it, me, knows this. I have set myself up for failure so many times. You've seen me at parties. I take risks constantly. I could be a professional failure. Hey Mom, that 4 years of college, totally worth it. I could be a professional failure. I'd be great at it. Be really great. I set myself up for failure all the time in hopes that will teach me to one day later succeed, which might miss the point now that I think about it. But my advisor, she says, Prometheus has got to fail at something. Me, of course! Ding, 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 ding. What an idiot! He has got to fail! He does! The gods, the Greek gods, were a bunch of spoiled brats, rapists, warmongers, jealous, angry, petty motherfuckers. And mind you, motherfucker is not even hyperbole for some of them. So my task, my quest before I can finish creating this play is to let him fail. How? In my mind, he is this self-righteous, annoying at times, genius who will do whatever he can for things like justice and art and humans and creation. But what if that wasn't his reasons? I'd like to explore another possibility. What if he was just a regular person labeled a god? I'd like to present to you Prometheus, the day worker. So, he's trying to make humans, and he thinks, fuck! All the good parts are already in use. The beaks, the claws, the fangs, all that shit's used. The 3-foot penises, the tentacles, the crocodile jaws, the anteater tongues that go whoosh, wings that stretch the sky, everything. Fuck! Fucky, fuck, 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 fuck! Except, of course, he's a Greek god, deity, whatever you want to call him. So, he says these words in heroic hexameter with the occasional 12-line Homeric simile about nature thrown in. But, translated into regular modern English, he's thinking, depressed, sitting on the toilet at work, writing on the walls, Prometheus was here, I took a poo, it was great. He is thinking, Zeus's creations got all the cool stuff, and I just have clay to play with. After ending his sentence on a preposition, tisk tisk, Mr. Giver of Fire, educator of humans, he throws a wild private tantrum in which he pulls the Land Before Time poster off his wall and proceeds to stomp on it violently, ripping it to shreds. A reenactment. After he puts on his big boy pants and returns to his desk, wipes the sweat from his forehead, puts his hair down real nice like this. He's thinking, Alright. Here's what I gotta do. I'm going to make my creations better than any of Zeus's other animals. If for nothing more, despite Zeus, to find a victory wherever I can. It doesn't work that easy. Humans are being gobbled up by other animals like they are magic brownies at a frenzied hippie festival. Prometheus sees that humans are a bunch of babbling idiots dangling on 2 feet, trying to walk, scratching their barely hairy asses between being chased by rabid wolves. So he thinks, once again to the dismay of Prometheus's mom, he thinks with vulgarity, "Fuck it! I am going to out-Zeus Zeus!" So, he makes humans smarter, teaches them to love money and power like the gods do. He teaches them to only care about anyone else if it's going to help them. He teaches them rape, how to start wars, but they're not doing well enough at being gods. So in his big, Sid Vicious wiping his ass in public with the British flag level of fuck you moment, Prometheus gives humans fire, makes them just as deadly, just as angry and powerful as any Olympian. What if Zeus punished Prometheus for bringing these plagues onto humans? What if in that moment Zeus realized just how much of a dick he had been, and he punished Prometheus for rapidly ruining the best creatures? What if Prometheus was wrong? Hey guys, I need your help now. I know. Thank you for getting ready. Go ahead, I appreciate the enthusiasm. Good evening. Hey guys. So I know the show was advertised as a one-man show, solo performance, something like that. No performance is solo. I'd like to thank you all for coming out. Alright. What if no gods? What if no gods ever got it right? Or what if they only started? And it's up to us to finish the work. What if we are gods? These Greek heroes and gods and myths help to sustain one of this world's most important cultures for centuries. I do not think it is wrong to want to spend time in a world of myth. Alright. It is human to believe ourselves as gods in hopes we may one day live up to that image. We